Hello and thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. So today I'm doing a bit of a random video. I'm just going to be basically working on some WIPs, testing out some supplies that I've got recently, and yeah, just having a bit of fun really. You may have noticed that lately I haven't posted a video. Well, that is kind of because I start a video with a specific theme and then that theme kind of passes. For instance, I started this page on video for Halloween, and now that Halloween has passed, putting that video out seems a bit strange because I only managed to do this much. Like I literally, it was like 20 minutes worth of video, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to carry on with that. So here she is. Basically, I have basically said in that clip that I wanted to like have a muted dusky undertone, which is why I picked all these brown greys and black. And then yeah, basically I would just use my normal colours that I would want to use on top, and hopefully it'll give like a bit more of a muted vibe, if that makes sense. Like using the, for instance sorry, that is another reason why I haven't put any videos out. I had a bit of a cold, also I've been busy, so yeah, like when I wanted to film, there was always seemed to be a reason come up that would stop me. Yes. So basically, if I put this deep purple on top of this, it's going to look different if I was to put it on top of the white. You know what I mean? I hope so. So basically, I have the Castle Art gold pencils with me. I'm at my brother's house, so yeah, I'm just using my niece's little table. So yeah, this is the only place I can set up when I'm here. And yeah, thankfully this time when I arrived it was actually clean, so I just had to take off like 2 things and then I could use it. Like seriously, that girl sometimes needs to clean up a little bit more. But she is a teenager, so what? Well, a tweenager. Tweenager? Is that what you call it? She's 12. Yeah. Sorry for the noise. So basically, yeah, I'm just going to start colouring this. I am going to have to sharpen some pencils though, so bear with me a moment. I want to use that one first. Now, I did have a plan of what I wanted to colour, what colour. That has completely evaded my brain now. Obviously, I wanted these to be black. I feel like I wanted the earrings to have glitter on them, but like black glitter. I feel like I wanted her to be quite pale, but I don't remember. And then I know that I was going to draw like a square or some shape in the background because this is a lot of white, but I wasn't going to go right to the end of the page. I feel like I wanted her outfit to be red, like dark purpley red, but I honestly can't remember. And then her hair, yeah, obviously I've used different shades on all of these. I've kept her pale, which is why I think I wanted her pale, along with the skulls. And I don't know what I was going to do with these sort of accessories. I think they were just going to be winging it at the end. And then these look like marbles to me, but I cannot colour a marble in a marbly way, so I will colour however I please. So yeah, I hope everybody's been okay. Once again, sorry for no videos. Also, my completed pages video, yeah, that will be put out and well, filmed once I get back home. So that will be for both September and October. Because I didn't do one last month because I didn't have many. And then October I don't have many. And now it's November. So I am kind of thinking, do I wait until the end of November? Because I know that I'm going to be busy. Because work's going to get busy and then I'm going to be tired. That is the worst thing. Like, you plan to do something and then work knackers you out. And then you're like, I really want to do that, but you can't because you are physically drained, mentally drained. Like, colouring helps with the mentally drained part, but you need physical energy to be able to do it. And when I get home, like, all that's on my mind is like, I've got to cook dinner, and then I need to chill, and then time just escapes. Like, these past few months, they have gone by so fast, which is a reason why I feel like I haven't completed much, because like I haven't even had time to. And when you ask me, oh, what you been doing, and I can't even think of what I've been doing. It's just busy. Like, I don't do much compared to some people. Like, like I don't go many places, but for some reason I'm busy. That makes sense to me, because it doesn't. I do like this colour. This is the Spice Red number 025 in the Castle Arts Gold pencils. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just, like, with Karla Magana's book, I never even told you, did I? This is Fashion Circus by Karla Magana. Yeah, I always feel like you can just wing it on her pages, have fun, let loose. I still like detail because I like detail anyway, but I don't feel as obligated to add the maximum amount of detail, and I don't feel like I have to use any specific colours, which is great when you're feeling tired. No, I feel okay today because it is Saturday and I had a lie-in. Yes, I'm at my brother's, I'm looking after the cats. I have to get up early to feed them, but then it's like, I think I lay in bed for another hour. So I do. Because it's the weekend. Don't get me wrong though, I love it when work is busy. And it's about to get busier because, oh my gosh, it's busy season. Do I want the dress all the same colour? I know I'm going to be adding other colours to this, but like, is every segment of this dress the same colour? I think it is. Except for maybe... Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah, I cannot be bothered to differentiate between different segments to add different colours. This is not that sort of page. As I said, I am just having fun. Fun, fun, fun. In other news, what have I been spending money on recently? K-pop albums. Yep. I took a break from buying colouring books because I have so many new ones that I need to colour in, and I'm like, I'm going to invest in my other hobby, listening to music. And yeah, I need to, well, I don't need to, because like, if anybody in the comments that's gonna say, oh, you can just listen online, and yes I do, but I like to have physical CDs still. One, K-pop albums are always like stunning to me, like so much thought goes into like preparations for them and stuff. But two, like you get photo books and stuff, so it's like visually pleasing, and then it's like, then I want to draw them. Like honestly, it's bad. Like I see a picture and I want to draw it, but I don't. It's like I'm colouring, but I want to draw. But when I'm drawing, I want to colour, and yeah, there's no time for everything. Like seriously. And like I always say, I got into colouring because I wanted to draw better with colour. And then colouring took over my brain. Yes. Because when it comes to drawing, I want to do my best. And I still don't think I'm at a level where my colouring is the best for how I like to draw. So, baby steps. I will happily take baby steps, but I have improved so much since first starting to colour. I know that myself. Like I just find it easier in general. The way I like to colour anyway. Like I used to have to put a lot more into every aspect of it. I still use a lot of energy, obviously, but yeah, I find the process a bit more relaxed. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I really like this colour. Would I wear this dress? I don't know. Yeah, I've never thought about sleeves like that before. But I do like the colour. Plus, a dress like this, you would have to have an occasion to wear it, at least. For me, anyway. Like, there's no way I'm getting dressed up like this on a Tuesday afternoon. Maybe there are people that do, but not me. I don't even know why I said Tuesday afternoon. It's Saturday. So when I said I want to try out some new supplies, I recently went to the craft show in Birmingham at the NEC, and it was amazing. Did I spend too much? Well, not really, because I went with more money that I was willing to pay. I went with enough money that I was willing to spend, and I didn't spend it all. But did I spend a lot? In terms for me shopping, yes, because I'm normally very mindful of, do I actually need this and stuff like that. But when I was there, I was like, these are the best prices they're gonna be at this point. And like some of these items, I don't even know if this is sort of a thing you can only buy there, or yeah, like there's a whole situation. They were better prices, not huge difference amount of prices. I will show you it. I will tell you in a bit, because when I went to add some sparkle, there is something I want to try out. But yeah, there were so many people there, and it was a lot to take in, but it was great. I did, for lunch, I did have an £8, as in it costs £8 British, not that it weighs £8, a hot dog, £8 it cost. Like, normally I would not spend that much, but you're gonna spend more on food at these places anyway, but it tasted amazing. Like, you could literally see every part of the process, and it was like an actual butcher's, I think. I can't remember what the company name was, but like you could buy their packs of sausages and everything at this store. And I know what you're thinking, it's a craft show. What are they doing there? Well, the art of butchery, is that what it's even called, is a craft in its own sense, you know. Plus, people gotta eat. Like, it's not like the food show where you get like so many food stalls, but there were a few there that were selling food and drink. What got me though was the amount of animal, like, adoption, like, and wildlife charities that were there. And I was like, you know your audience so well, you know that crafters also love animals. And like every time you walk past one, they were like, do you have a cat? Do you have a dog at home? And I was just like, oh my gosh, if I stop, then I'm gonna get sucked in. So you sort of have to say, like, you feel bad, but it feels like you're ignoring them, but you're like, I can't. That is dangerous. But yeah, no, it is definitely, they thought about their marketing when they thought about going to those shows. Because let's face it, that we all have an animal that we love, right? That was such a random topic to go on to. What also got me at the show was the fact that I would buy something and then just randomly something else would appear in your bag at certain places, like little freebie type things. Like, I'm just going to show you one now because my brain keeps wanting to share. So basically, Pentel was there, which, as you know, many in the colouring community love a Pentel product, especially Pentel Dual Metallic. Oh, yes. These were, let me just make sure this is on camera. These were £10. Now, I didn't know the normal price because I haven't actually bought these before. I've been wanting them. And then when I looked online, I was like, oh, okay, I've at least saved a few pounds with this pack. And if you go to some places, they're even more expensive. So I feel like that was a good deal. And then when I bought them, because I spent £10, she was like, you get a free, like, sparkle pen. Now this is a Starflake brush pen. And you could either pick silver or gold. I picked silver because I just wanted silver, and I can't read any of it because it's Japanese, but yeah. Oh, they do have a little bit of, yep, yes, basically free pen. And then when I got back home, there was a free ruler inside the bag as well. I have it somewhere. I actually need that ruler to draw my square in the background. Oh yes, here, just a random small 15cm ruler. And I'm like, that's so random, but so nice. Yeah, ruler. Handy. That is actually a really handy size as well for, like, when it comes to colouring books. Because I have, like, the big ones, or the, like, full big ones. So that is really handy. So I want to try this out at some point. Where do I open the packet? But yeah, really thought that £10 was good. And I got the, what set was this? Does it even say? Well, they had the normal set, which is the one I didn't get, and then this set, which, did she say it was called Fantasy? Yeah, I'm not sure. Does it say it on the actual pen? There was a piece of paper there that you could test these on, which I thought was a great idea because then I could see what they look like. No, I don't know. It's got unique here, but I don't know if that means anything. And yeah, they had black paper and white paper, and they look amazing on black, which is kind of why I want to do a black background and maybe put maybe some squiggles of colours on it or something, but I'm not sure yet, like I said. But they were so pretty, so I finally got them. And I didn't take this out of the packet yet. I wanted to have a look. Oh, that was not the opening. That was just the clip tab. I just have to... Why is it so difficult? Ah, there, at the bottom. So it's got like a... Guessing you have to shake it up a bit. I'm not going to use it just now, but... Ooh. Oh, and then it's got like a brush. Ooh, that looks like it would be fun to use. I've never seen people with these, so I don't know if they're new, but because obvious, or if they're even available in the UK normally, because like I said, all of this packaging is Japanese, whereas obviously the gel pens is English, so yes, who knows. And quickly, before I go back to my colouring, the other stall that really drew me in was Posca. Yep, Posca was there. So this case was actually the freebie. Like, yep. And I bought, they had an offer, nine single pens of any colour, size, whatever, for £25, which you are saving like at least £15, I calculated, because they were like £4 something per pen, which is about normal for a Posca, isn't it? Like £3–4 something. And then I obviously calculated, you times that by 9 and then blah de blah de blah. Yes, you are saving money. So obviously, and on the inside it's got like each individual clip. So I got a black because I'm always like black, and like 2 whites because I'm always using those. These 2 colours I had never tried before. These 2 are also different. Like this red is not the standard red, it is the dark red and the thicker nib, but not too thick, so it's still okay to use on my colouring pages. Yeah, this colour looked so nice, fuchsia, and like, yes, why not? I thought I'd get what I normally use and then some colours I don't normally use. What colour was this? This one is red wine. Like, we here where I live, we don't have a place where you can buy individual Poscas with such a good range of colours. We normally get black and white, if I'm honest. And maybe a couple of other colours if they're not sold out. And this one is slate grey, which I like a blue grey colour. And then these 2 over here, I did not know they actually did these. these are sparkle. These are glittery. So I got light blue and red, because why not? Yeah, I did not know. When did they start selling these? Because yeah, I didn't have a clue. So I need to try those out as well. So it's all fun, all excitement. But yeah, I'm so happy. And then yeah, she goes, oh, and you get this free Posca wallet, and I was like, okay. Yeah, like I don't, if I'm honest, it probably does say on these stores somewhere, spend so much or something and get something free. Yeah, I was not reading. I was seeing the products, I wasn't seeing the advertisement. Because if I start reading advertisement, I would start to think, oh, do I need that? Whereas like I know what I use, so I need to look for those things. Okay, had a little break there. Right, let's carry on with the Spice Red. Yeah, so overall, great day out. We did have to have a replacement coach for our train though. Yeah, I didn't actually ask whether it was a strike or if they were doing work on part of the track. Yeah, I don't know. But the fact that once you got to Birmingham International, you could then catch a train makes me think that it might have been work on the track. Who knows? I never even looked it up. I knew that there'd be replacement buses. But yeah, no, I like travelling by bus and train, so it doesn't bother me. Because I just like looking at all the scenery. But yeah, it was a good day. And I'm glad that I actually spent what I spent. Like I didn't limit myself in that sense. I was just like, if I see something that I like that is a cheaper price than normal and it is something that I will use, then I will allow myself to buy it, because that's what's the point of going if you're not going to get the things that you use. And I went on day 2. I think it was day 2 anyway. It was either day 2 or day 3. Yeah, so some of the stuff was already like sold out. For instance, there was a glitter gel, no, not glitter, metallic sort of, I'm not sure if they were ink pads or gel pad things that I'd never seen before. And I asked the lady, oh, do you have this, like these couple of colours? And she's like, sorry, that's all we've got left. A lot of them like sold. So they must be good if people are buying them up. But yeah, they were so pretty. But the colours that I wanted, she didn't have any of them left, so I didn't actually buy any, because like I said, if it's not something that I would use, I wouldn't buy it. But yeah, they were pretty. And I forgot to pick up a sort of business card. Like that's another thing. I have so many little cards and stickers with information on. Yeah, but I'm actually not looking them up at the minute, because else I'll buy something, and I want to wait until after Christmas season sort of thing to buy anything else really for myself. Don't get me wrong, I have Black Friday coming up, and normally I buy myself one thing that I like if it's like in the sale at a good price. So right now, shadowing, I actually want to use Mulberry number 039. Let's see what that looks like, because this is the sort of colour I thought I wanted the dress to be, like a purpley red. I can't remember, you know. No, I think I've deleted that clip already. I was going to say I could have gone back and looked at what I said, because I definitely remember mentioning the colours that I wanted everything to be. but it's been over a week since, well, we're like on the 8th of November, so it's like a week since Halloween, and I started that video before then, obviously, because I wanted to get it out before Halloween. Didn't happen, as I said. Just, yeah, life. And then I thought, oh, I can just do it a couple of days later, and that's when I got the cold. It wasn't a cold that lasted very long though. I still have remnants of a little bit of a tickle in my throat, but I didn't even have a cough when I had the cold, so it makes no sense. Like, I just literally had a nose that wanted to run away. So yeah, I couldn't do any filming. I didn't even do any colouring during those few days. Like, literally, like I said, it lasted like 3 days, which normally a cold would last at least a week. But yeah, I don't know, I recovered well. Oh, I do like how this is turning out. And I think in here should be the darker colour. Maybe I do that all the purpley colour? And a bit on this. Don't ask me what colour anything else is going to be like the skulls. Haven't decided. Have not decided. Like I said, I'm just winging it. Having fun. Now this here I do remember mentioning. It's got like the lines going up to her neck, but to me it didn't fit in with the collar and it didn't fit in with the hair. So when I do the black in the background, I was just going to go over that. That's why I drew this sort of collar shape in here. Because yeah, I wasn't really sure about that. So, but it's all right. Like I said, just wing it, have fun, do what you want. It's a pretty colour. I just can't believe that it's going to be Christmas soon. Like, there's Christmas adverts on the TV now, and it's like 2 minutes ago it was January. What happened? But no, I like this time of year. The weather's well, if you can. Okay, I don't really like it raining all the time. Well, not all the time, but you know, every day you can sort of guarantee that at some point of the day it's probably gonna spit with rain, chuck it down or something. But yeah, I like the temperature. I love the autumn temperature. And if somebody says it's winter now, oh my gosh, the people that say it's cold. I know I keep saying it, but the people that say it's cold when it's still, like, on average some days are still like 15-17 degrees, and that is warm for this time of year. Like, moan when it's cold when it's like at least under 10 degrees. Oh yeah, anyway, I won't go on about it. Just I find it a little bit funny. I also feel sorry for the people that do feel the cold easily, but they never feel sorry for me when I feel the heat easily, so yeah. Just add a bit of black. This is my Faber-Castell Polychromos black. Yeah, the Castle Art Gold pencils are the only ones I bought to my brothers. Yeah. And then I just always have a black and a white wherever I go. I do think this will look good once it's got the black background in. I love the shape on this dress. I like the multiple ruffly layers. Like to colour. Like I said, I can't see me wearing this on a random Tuesday. I don't really have events that I need to get dressed up for. Not all fancy like this anyway. I like my casual or smart casual sort of situation. I definitely could not live in like suits all day. Ooh, the thought of it is suffocating. And now I'm going to take Venetian red. This may or may not ruin it, but I'm going to just go with it anyway. Ooh. Not going to add too much, but I think it's a good little pop of colour. What do you think? Yay or nay? I like it. I actually quite really like that. Sort of giving off a bit of a sunset-y colour, like a midnight sunset, if that definition even makes sense. Ooh, I like it. Anyway, I just want to go back to the CDs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Oh, but it was annoying because I pre-ordered some merch from like the official JYP fans app store thing. Yeah, for Stray Kids. And then it was either the day after or 2 days after they released that they were bringing out new music and new music CD, and I was like, but I just paid the delivery and everything. I'm not paying that delivery again because obviously it costs money for delivery and it isn't cheap, but for what I bought I thought it was actually very reasonable. It was £35, but I did buy I did pre-order like a full-on jacket. So yeah, I looked at the measurements because it was one size situation, and it seems like it will be a bit big, but I'm like, I like things that have room to move in, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, so then I was like, I am not paying that shipping again. No. So I went to my like UK sort of situation where I buy Stray Kids stuff, and then I was like, oh yes, you've got the pre-order for the CD. I will order it from you, and it's only £5 shipping. So that is like standard UK shipping, isn't it, really? Well, you would prefer the £3.50, but with the times that we're in, I don't blame them for using a £5, and it gets to you nicely. And I also consider the fact that they do have to import the items first before they send them to you, so yes. I'm just happy I can get it, because I remember when I first got into K-pop, I didn't have a clue where you could buy things from. Not a clue. It took me a few years after being into K-pop to even get anything. Because, yeah, I was oblivious to anything anywhere. And then, like, sometimes you would click it and it would say, like, US. And then you were like, no, I'm not in the US. So yes, I'm just happy there are places to readily buy things and pre-order things. It's like YouTube as well. I remember when I first started watching and listening to K-pop, like, not many groups even had a YouTube. And if they did have a YouTube, it was for, like, the whole company. Like, yeah. And then they started having their individual ones, which is so much easier. Because it kind of got a lot, especially the bigger music companies, which have a lot of artists, and you would just have all of this sort of videos thrown at you, and you're like, you miss the ones that you want, and then you get ones that you're like, why are you suggesting this to me? So yeah, it is much easier when they have their own page. Like, people today that get into K-pop don't seem to realise how far it's come. It's like, and then you think of the people that was listening to it before I was, because obviously there were, and you think, where did they listen to it? Because, like, where did they find it? Because if I was at the sort of progression of the YouTube stage, what was before that? Like, did you just have to live in a place that readily had K-pop content? Because in the UK, that is still hard to find. I'm sorry, but you gotta know where to look. Like, I am still a little bit oblivious myself, but that's just because I'm very slow at things like that. But yeah, back then, yeah, it was a mission, especially if it was a group that wasn't very popular, finding their stuff for sale, because places wouldn't supply it because they didn't think it would sell. Or I don't know. Like, they didn't think the global market was interested. Like, nowadays, you can pretty much readily find pretty much anything, which is great. I love it. Not that I buy everything, because, like, it's like anything. You can't buy everything. I would have no place to keep it. So yes, at the moment I'm just trying to buy a sort of backlog of Stray Kids music, which they have so many albums. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had to look at the track lists to narrow down which songs I wanted. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't have you all. And it's also harder to find the backlog, because obviously things sell out and don't get, like, reprinted and stuff. So I did have to go to 2 different places to buy some stuff. But yeah, I found what I wanted. One of them is actually waiting for me at home right now. But obviously I'm at my brother's, so it's just sitting there unopened. And then the other ones are on the way, which I ordered 4, not including the one that I have pre-ordered. So yeah, I'll have a lot to listen to when I go home. I'm not sure how long the other ones will take to arrive, because obviously those 3 are actually from Asia, whereas the other one I actually found online at HMV, which is really lucky, because after I ordered it and like it said, oh, your order is confirmed and whatnot, I went back on the listing because I had forgot what songs were on it, so I just wanted to have a look at the track list again, and it said sold out. So I think I got the last one, which is amazing. Like, I've never had that happen before. Like, I hope it's not damaged. Because if it's the last one and it's damaged, I'll just have to keep it, because else I won't have it. And that one is sold out on the place where I ordered the other ones, which is, it's like they had the other ones but not this one, and HMV had this one but not the other ones. So yeah, HMV's expensive for them though. Like, I would definitely not order everything there. What am I doing now? Her skin? I feel like the dress is complete, obviously, except for the skull. Her skin or her hair? Skin. I'm going to get this cherry colour to use as like blush and stuff. Oh dear. Sorry if you are not interested in K-pop, just mute me, go watch another video or something. Like, I have nobody to talk to about K-pop in real life. Ever. Like, you mention it and the conversation will be changed very quickly. Like, yeah. It's also, I think, like, it's my age group, because it's more younger people that are getting into K-pop in the UK, and I'm not considered young anymore. So yeah, people my age aren't getting into K-pop, and not everybody. I mean, like, you get random people, but I always find it hard to find people that are interested in the same things that I am. It's like colouring. I have two of my sister-in-laws will do the occasional colouring page for like mental stability and a refresh sort of situation, but at the same time I don't always feel like I can, like, I can't do body colour or anything, because they don't colour that sort of thing. Like, they don't have the same taste in colouring that I have. Oh my, I will say this, one of my sister-in-laws, when she colours, she has the same book like multiple times. Like, that is her book. She has the same book. She has a picture that she really likes in this book, and I don't know how many times she's even coloured it. Like, I was a little bit baffled, if I'm honest with you. I'm like, sure, people have their favourite book and they might get 2 copies of it, but yeah, I was baffled. Like, I find it funny. My brother actually bought up like some copies when he saw them. It must be like her emotional support book or something. Because I remember my brother told me a story where they went to, it's a book you can buy in B&M here in the UK, and they went to the B&M and it was sold out. Was it B&M? I think it was B&M. Anyway, it wasn't an expensive book, I'll just put it that way. And they went there and it was sold out. Like, she couldn't find any anywhere. She had probably bought them all, to be fair. But yeah, but it's one they like restock often. I don't know. Yeah, and then they got home and my brother just pulled one out of thin air, because he had been saving, and like 2 copies for such a situation where she wanted it but she couldn't get it. And I was like, that's so nice of him, but also what made you think of that? Like, he knows how much she likes this book. But yeah, oh, I just couldn't like stop laughing. But yeah, oh, I'm just the type of person that can't colour the same thing over and over and over and over again, unless it's been at least like a year to colour a page again. But I don't have like multiple copies of anything. If I have a duplicate, it's because I've had like a Colour in Heaven issue, or the book itself has 2 copies of each image. But yeah, that still makes me laugh every time I think about it. And I wonder if she still actually colours that. I haven't actually talked to her about colouring in a long time, so well, not that specific sort of thing. But yeah, is anybody else like that? Do they have a book or a page where they just like to colour that page? Because I know I do not. Right, I'm going to use this Van Dyke Brown just in the shadowy bits, or where I'm putting shadows anyway, but not too much, like I said. I don't think she's going to be pale anymore because I did use a bit more of that cherry than I was originally going to use. But yeah, I think she'll still look nice. Why not? Like I said, I'm having fun, I'm winging it. And then, to be fair, my other sister-in-law, she has like this one main colouring book as well, but she's just trying to complete it, which is a Lulu Mayo one. So I can't remember what, is it a million? No, it's not a million sea creatures. It's a million something. I can't remember which one it is, because I remember she said she wanted to colour the next page, but she likes to get other people to pick what page she colours next. So I picked one for her, and yeah, I can't remember which book it was. But yeah, that turned out really nice. That was a while ago now as well. I don't know how many pages she'll have left by now. I need to get updated on their colouring situation. I will be seeing them soon, so I can ask. Because it is one of my niece's birthdays coming up. The one that's got the mum that likes the one book on one page. Oh dear. Yeah, I still can't believe that. But like, what if that book goes out of print? I don't think I'd like, you'd have to find a new book, a new page. Because not everything's around forever, especially like books that are in like a shop. And I don't think it's one that's available online either. Maybe she's already had to move on from that book. I need an update. Now I'm curious. She is definitely not the colour I first planned. But like I said, I don't care. I'm having fun. It is fun. That hair's going to be brown. I'm starting to get hungry. This isn't good. Lipstick. I might go in with that Venetian red that I used in the dress. Pop of colour. Plus the red will look nice with brown hair, won't it? I just realised her neck is really long. Might need to put a bit of this in her cheeks. Just to tie it in a bit, you know. Don't ask, I don't know. Right now, I'm going to take that spice red again to use on the lips. I think I am going to go over her face with white. She is a lot darker than I had wanted. Plus she looks a bit like a bruise. I don't know if you know what I mean, like, you know, when it's got the purple. Black. Need the black for the inside of the mouth. I'm also going to, I have to keep doing that because the light is this side, like to the right of me, whereas I'm used to the being on the left side. Just like boom. I'm just gonna cover these eyelashes in. Nostril. Right, let me just get my white. I think I've already pressed down too hard on the paper though, so I might not be able to do much with it. Is that them? Do I have a mark there, or was that mark already there? I don't know. I like it better. I mean, you might not, but I definitely like that she's a little bit lighter. I didn't put any of the red in my hand, did I? I need to put some in. And put the white over that as well. I always forget something. At least she doesn't have ears, else I would have forgot them too. I have my drink in a flask that keeps it cold, and I just took a sip out of the straw, completely forgetting what I had in there. So, like, it was like a mystery taste. I was like, ooh, that tastes nice. Yeah, it's cherry flavour. I don't remember putting that in there, but obviously I did. Oh, right, hair. Hair brown. I'm going to start off with the sepia actually. Or sepia. I don't know how to say it. It's one of those things that you've never known if anybody said it accurately. But I say sepia. Or sepia. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me anyway how you say it. Right. She's got... Oh, sorry, I yawned. I'm not even tired. Why am I yawning? She's got a wave bit here, which I feel like is her fringe, so I want to keep that bit a bit lighter. So I'm just going to go over where I want darker first. It just does a little bit of a map for me. I do want in here to have dark bits, just not completely dark. As I said, I'm just winging it anyway, so it's all part of the fun. I believe this is the first page I've coloured in here. I bought a few of Karla's books at the same time, so it took me a while to get around to all of them. Which, I know now I shouldn't do that, as in buy multiple at the same time. I should stick to like one, maybe two. I think I bought 4. One of them I coloured in quite a lot already. This one I hadn't touched, and another one I know I haven't touched. Yeah, I don't think I coloured in this one. I think that's why I picked it. Oh no, I have. I've done that page. That is definitely the only one though. Ooh, that's nice. Kitty. Right. Carry on. I'm definitely going to need a break soon because I feel like my tummy's about to start rumbling, saying, feed me, feed me. But I definitely still want to test out those products, so I'd still be back later. Hopefully. Like, I can never guarantee that I'll come back later. Because sometimes I feel, I just have a snack and I come back and then I start watching something or doing something else, and then again the time flies. So I now have the Van Dyke Brown, where I'm going to go in on these darker parts. Though I need to make sure I can add a bit of black on top actually. Because in certain areas, like around this area, would be darker. That's why you have this book here as well. Blend that out. I'm going to put black where I want black first. Because then I can just blend it out, can't I, with the brown, instead of going back and forth, back and forth. Because you've got to remember the paper you're using only will take a certain amount of layers. And then it'll be like, yeah, but not anymore. Good luck with that. I feel like to start with I was probably going to give her a reddy brown hair. No, I just want it brown. I don't know. Like I said, I can't remember what I said that I was going to do. Either way, I'm liking how it's turning out, so I don't care what I said before. Plans change. I don't want to go absolutely black with her hair though, because like the background is definitely going to be black with some pentel dual metallic hybrid colours on it. I would probably pick a pinky colour or an orangey colour, because that's what I've sort of got in the picture, so it will go with it. And then on the earrings, I do want that to have glitter on. I definitely remember that is what I wanted. Trying to just use my pencil like this, like holding it from the end, so I don't get as much of a shadow in. But not an ideal way to do it. She is very pink now that I'm looking at her. Oh wow. Who says she's even human at this point? She could definitely not be. She might be radioactive. I mean, she does have a lot of skulls. Who says she does not bring death to people? Right, now in here. Oh, sorry about that, I just kicked the bin. I'm going to add a bit of this colour to it. Oh no, that's the wrong colour. That looked different. I need to get another colour. I'm going to use the cadmium yellow on her hair in these lighter parts, just to give it a bit of a goldeny, warmer look, because I feel like she's quite warm but her hair is quite cool, whereas I feel like, yeah, it needs warming up a bit. I might put a bit of that red in it as well, actually. Just I'm not adding much of this. Just a little bit. So just a little bit. Because I don't want to go straight in with the white, because that's just gonna do not what I want. I am still going to use the white, don't get me wrong, but I need something, a transitional phase, so it doesn't just go straight in there. So I'm going to take that Venetian red as well. bit of that. Make her look like it's her hair. That's kind of pretty. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, I'm definitely picking a pinky or orangey colour in that dual metallic. Why do I like it so much? Again, not what I was going for, but I like it. Which is when winging it and just having fun works out. Would I have normally put these colours together? Absolutely not. Or probably not. You never know with me really, actually, to be honest. I like to add a bit of everything to a bit of everything. Now I don't know if this makes sense, but now it looks like it's her hair. And I'm just going to add the white, smush it in a bit of these lighter areas. Don't know what colour those dots are going to be yet. I like it. Right, I'm definitely taking a break now. I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back. I decided to go ahead and add my black background whilst I was away, whilst my food was in the oven. And then I had like a 2-hour break, which again wasn't expected, but I needed it. So I am now going to carry on with her first and the skulls before I will do the background first. But I did pick out the gel pen that I want to use, and it's this one that has light pink, metallic green and gold within it. So hopefully that will show up nicely on that black alcohol marker, because I did bring one black alcohol marker with me because I thought I would need it, and I did. And it is the Winsor & Newton Pro marker, which I love those. So, oh, and I added white pencil onto these triangular accessories because I used the same black on her for like the hat and that. And I didn't want to lose the outline of those, but I actually quite like them left like that, so I don't know if I will make them sparkle. I might just add a bit more of a white highlight. So yes, and I realised I didn't do her eyebrows, but I'm going to do her eyebrows black instead of brown. Now it is the evening now, and people are setting off fireworks, so hopefully you will only hear a minimal amount. They have been going on for like 10 minutes now, so it depends how many they've got to set off really. So yes, I'm going to give her a full black eyeliner. Right, and go over the pupil. What colour do I want her eyes? I don't know, I think I want it to sort of stand out from the page. My throat is dry, sorry. not cherry flavour anymore, it's pineapple flavour now. Like I said, a couple of hours have gone, different drink. I think I need to get my white Posca pen. I brought with me my chunky one. I do have my other one, but that one is running out, which is why I got some new ones at that show. I still have a couple of new ones left at home, but I thought if I run out here, then I've got that. But this chunky one I think will be fine for what I want to do here. Just do these dots on her face. Trying to decide now if I want I think I want that to sparkle, but I don't want to put gel pen on yet because I want to do that last, because I don't want to put my hand through it. So I'm going to go over these. Yes. Sorry if you can hear the fireworks. I would watch them, but they are actually positioned where I cannot actually see them because they're not like big ones. And yes, when I look out the window, I can sort of see a light, but not the actual firework. So yes, not enough, not close enough to watch, unfortunately, but close enough so you can hear it perfectly. I don't know if it's picking it up actually, but that's definitely closer. There might be multiple people setting them off now. I'm quite lucky though that my brother's cats are not scared of them. Sometimes they just look at you like, what in the world are they doing? But they're not like running and hiding or anything like that. So normally I just give them a little attention. But they are sleeping, so what can you do? Her necklace and her bracelet. Like, I don't even know, is this just like multiple bracelets? Or is that supposed to be a sleeve? Because I never really thought of that. She is definitely going to sparkle. I'm going to colour the hat because I know what the hat I want is black. I am sorry about the shadowing still, but I have to have the light that side. I could rearrange it, but there isn't that much left to do on this page, and I don't want to mess it up and make it worse, because it was difficult enough to find a spot where it's this minimal, you know, when it's not your usual setup. So I mean, I always struggle with the lighting anyway because of limited space in my own room. So yes, I'm just gonna stick with this and try my best not to add too many shadows with my hands. Oh, here's some more. I think I'm going to do the band this Venetian red because I think it'll look nice. Okay, I need a bit of that cherry just to make it tie in, you know. then I'll just get the white and add that lighter bit. Do I want a bit of light on the hat? Go on then. And then I'll go back in with the black over the top just to make it look less stark. They got a lot tonight. They obviously didn't set theirs off on Wednesday. If you don't know, in the UK, the 5th of November is bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night. So setting off fireworks, having bonfires, stuff like that. Right, that's a hat done. That was a very quick hat. I'm still deciding on her jewellery. And her eyes. I can still add the pinky bit in the eye, can't I? Got this apricot light. I like to just add a bit of that in. And a bit of the black for shadowing, but lightly. Just gives it some life. And then, what colour do I want her eyes? Should I just go dark? I wasn't sure if I wanted them to pop, but she is looking a bit gloom. So I might do them just brown. Walnut, no, not walnut, Van Dyke brown. I thought I had walnut for some reason. Yeah, that'll do, just brown eyes. Nothing fancy. And then I will add a couple of white dots with the poster pen. I know there's little white dots already there, but I like to add more. And then I'll add a bit of that to shape the eye. Gosh, they've got a lot. And I'm going to just add a bit of that in the eyelid as well, just to add a bit. Like Posca. Go over the ones that are already there, and then a dot there in the corners of her eyes. I don't know, I just like to add more. I'm thinking her eyelids need to have the black. I think they look strange light. But it won't go true black because I've already got loads of colour on there. I feel like this will look better for her look. Might draw some attention to the eyes. Like I said, I've already got quite a lot of layering down there. Okay, I did pause for a bit there because that was going on for a while. Sorry about, I just knocked the table as well. Yeah, they do seem to be like, it's now new people that are closer setting them off. But yes, hopefully that's all of them. It's been like a few minutes since any more had gone off, so I thought, okay, let's come back because I want to get this page done. But yeah, I do prefer the dark the dark eyes. Right, still deciding on these. And do I do the skulls all white, or do I go colourful? She's kind of doom and gloom though, so I don't really want to go too drastic. Oh my god, I'm sorry again. When I film, I'm yawning today. Gosh. And again, it's all these little bits that I don't know what colour to do. And the marbly looking things, like, yep, no idea. Do I add another colour? But also I've used mostly like this pinky tone, so let's think. Actually, I've got this gel pen which has light pink, metallic green and gold, so maybe I can add some gold or orange, but it also depends what colour is going to most show up from this gel pen on this alcohol marker, because the alcohol marker it's dried like a deep grey charcoaly colour rather than a pitch black, because I've only done one layer of alcohol marker, but I don't want 2 layers of alcohol marker. I think this looks quite nice as its colour. But yeah, so do I add another colour? Oh, what? I swear earlier in the day this was a lot easier. Now that it's later, I'm procrastinating. I don't know, I kind of want her neck accessory bit to be black, but then that's going to tie in too much to the background. Oh my god, should I just I'll try this cadmium yellow as like a gold sort of touch, and if I don't like it, I shall get something to go over it. Just start with a light layer on all of them, because then I can maybe add it into those earrings as well. So deepen it up. Where's that? Sepia. Sepia's like probably a good choice for the brown to use. Okay, I think this may be okay. Add gold accents. Okay, yeah. I think that'll work. Right, now a little bit of black. All my darker bits. I always find the trick when doing anything gold, you've got to have black and white. You've got to have your shadow and your highlight to make it look gold. So I'm just going to use this white Posca to add a dot of white, and I like it. I like it. So I'm going to add this yellow into these triangles over the top of this Posca. Just so, because I don't know about you, but I would never mix gold and silver jewellery. And then I am actually going to get a bit of that cherry colour and just add a bit of that in there, because I don't want I'm classing them as earrings. I don't want them to be this, like, I want them to be different. This one. And then I am going to add a bit of the black. just to make it tie in a little bit. And then a couple of dots of white, well, not dots, but only in the yellow. Yeah, and I will be causing a shadow in a minute because, yeah, I have to use a Posca pen at a certain angle, else it'll be a disaster. I like that. I actually quite like that with the cherry in with the, what is it, cadmium yellow? Yes. It is quite nice. So I'm going to do these the same colour as well because, yeah, I'm already on a roll. Why stop now? Let's face it, I knew I was going to do whatever colour I was choosing on all of them. And for the schools, I think I'm going to stick traditional, like that creamy off-white colour. Let me just sharpen this pencil. Let's just sharpen them all while I'm here because I need to use them all. Right, sepia. Yeah, it does seem like the fireworks have stopped. Thank goodness. I do feel sorry for the people whose pets actually don't like them though, because that must be horrible. Like, what if you actually are not there when the fireworks are happening and your pet is just scared all alone? I don't like that, but I also think fireworks are really pretty, but I do think they should be for only certain times of the year, whereas you get some people that set them off for like birthdays and stuff. Yeah, it's a bit much. Right, now some of that cherry. Oh, this is the colour that made me like it, because of the pink in the cherry. It goes with the dress. Just darken that up a bit. See, once I decide on it, I'm okay. It works. It's just trying to decide that colour this evening was not happening. I'm glad I didn't just rush into it though, because that would have been bad. I'm glad I did actually procrastinate. Then Posca pen. Just add some little highlights. Ta-da! See, they do look like bracelets now. I am actually, maybe they were the sleeves, because who knows, but she now has like 7 bangles. Right. But this isn't going to show up on here now. Yeah. Maybe I just do it cherry. That's a thought. That works. But that circle's going to have the the gel pen on. That's a word. I'm going to do these gold as well. Let's just add some little pops of gold. I didn't add the sepia. Oh dear. Whatever. They don't all have to be the same. Black. I don't even know if she intends them as accessories or just, who knows. Right, now all the skulls, and I still, those marbly things actually, maybe I do them gold. Yes, let's do it. Let's just do it. So I'm going to go over the whole thing, but one side, the side that I have darker shaded, is going to be darker, and the other side will be lighter. Makes sense, doesn't it? Right, sepia. So this is going to have more darkness. And on this side will be a bit lighter, but I want to keep the circularness, if that makes sense. I'm not very good at it, but hopefully I can do something. Right, now the cherry. Such a pretty colour. I don't know if it's just because it's on top of these grey tones. I mean, I do like it anyway, but it just, today it's working in every way that I want it to. You see how on the light side and the dark side it does look different? Right, before I do the black actually, I'm going to go back in with the cadmium yellow. This side's going to have quite a lot of it. I don't even know where they are anymore. They didn't really go to plan, but it'll do. They are coloured. That is the main thing. They are not the main focal point of this page. Now the black. I think that's where I went wrong. I separated the two. whereas the shadow would actually be on both sides. Oh, that looks better to me now that I've added the black. And then the white. Actually, I might do the lines white. And then go over them with the yellow. I might not, I quite like the white. I will see, although that bit did come down a bit too far. It's because I'm using that chunky nib, I'm still not really quite used to it. Right, let that dry, I'll have a sip of my drink. Actually, on her face, I'm just going to make these dots up here with a bit of the yellow on it. Like it's only going to be subtle. I can see it, I don't know if the camera will see it. Right, why do they suddenly look like Christmas baubles? Huh. Apparently I'm getting ready for Christmas. Like the transition from Halloween to Christmas? Maybe. Right, let's do these skulls. Right, I'm going to take the Van Dyke Brown. I'm just going to sharpen it. And this is going to be my shadows. Hopefully they will look a bit off-white once I just add the white in. Because obviously it will move the brown around a bit as I am blending or smushing, whatever you want to call it. Smush, smush, blend away. These ones are quite big. Luckily, I'm not going realistic. That would be a problem. Because that would take ages if I was going realistic. Almost forgot. See, that was just a light going over. And then I am going to take the black, go in all of these eyes. Oh, now I'm... my elbow was knocking against the pens that I've got. Oh, and it still is. I need to... because I'm pressing down harder. To cover up all of the eyes. And the nose cavities. What is knocking against it? I thought it was my arm on the pencils, but I moved the pencils. Unless it's the arm for my phone, maybe. Now that I'm colouring down here, I'm not knocking anything. What is knocking against something? Like when I press down a bit harder and I'm leaning on the table, it seems to be knocking two things together. And it is really annoying. I don't even know if you can hear it, but what is it? Don't know. Let me try not to press down as hard. It will take me longer, but maybe it's worth it. I'll just give it a few layers instead of pressing harder. I know that's how you're supposed to colour anyway, layering it up. But sometimes when things are like this with black, I am impatient. I did think about putting glossy accents on the eyes, but then I decided I just want to black them out. So yeah, just gonna do that. I like the way they look when they have the deep black eye pockets. Last eye pocket. Oh gosh, somebody else has got fireworks. They are only small or they are further away because they're not as loud. Right, I'll just add a little bit of this onto the skulls, just for a little bit more definition. And then I will just go over them with the white, and that will be them done. You know when you do the first one and then you figure out how you like it all the way down on the last one, and then you're like, this first one doesn't look so good. Right, white pencil. I want to turn the page, but I won't. I will keep at it. It should smush the white and the brown and the black all together to create a grey murky situation that I think works for skulls. I like it. That eye socket doesn't have a fully black. It's like it was looking at me. Made that a bit too white. But yes, this is the colour I wanted, so all is good. think I need to sharpen it. That's better. Much easier. I was struggling a minute. I find that these bigger ones have actually been easier because, yeah, they just have, I think because I added too much dark in places where on the big ones I was able to limit it better, but I like them. Again, they're not the main focal point of the page, so as long as they are coloured the way I am satisfied, then that is fine by me. I'm going to go over that the black outline with the white, not the white outline. Sometimes I wonder, has anybody tried printing off a colouring page onto black paper? Is there a way to set your printer to print it in white ink or not black ink? Like, because colouring pages tend to come with black ink, but it's probably a really simple setting somewhere that I don't know about where you can change the line colour. Maybe just go into a editing app and like change the line colour. But I feel like if I tried to do that, I would end up changing the whole page into a colour and it wouldn't do the lines. Oh my gosh, paint from years ago. I was terrible at that. When you thought all the lines were connected and then you clicked fill, and yeah, I was no good at that. But was anybody good at that? Like, there always seemed to be a gap somewhere that you couldn't even see. Skulls are done. Is that it all done? Do I just need gel pen? Oh, this is the bit I've been looking forward to. Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? I don't think so. Now, this might look different to you than for me because we're at different angles. So you might get one of the colours showing through and I might be seeing the other. Whew. But how do I want to go about it? Like, do I just squiggles, swirls? Oh, I didn't think of this. I just know I want a gel pen. I'm gonna go over this cheek while I think of it. Oh, I forgot it's on top of pencil, isn't it? It might be a bit slippery. I'm going to have to leave this here overnight to dry. I need to tilt it a bit. Oh yeah, that's okay. Does that even show up on you? For you? I don't know. Should I zoom in a bit? Like, it is on that circle, but you can't tell what colour it is really because it is on top of pink when this is pink. Yeah. Anyway, right, oh, actually I best check. Right, so you can, I need to zoom out just a bit, just so you can see the majority of the black background as I decide to ruin it. Anyway, I kind of want to do some swirls, so I'm just going to start on the left side. Oh wow, you can really see the greeny colour. I love it. And then I might just do some dots. Oh wow, how is it that the dots look more pink and the swirls look green? Ooh, pretty. That is actually quite pretty. Again, I don't know if you'll be seeing this. I will hold it up after I'm done. It's hard for me to see as well because I'm creating a shadow, which makes me not be able to see it. But when I look at it from the side, oh, it's so pretty. I'm sorry, I'm just like complimenting my own work here. Well, the pen, but you know. Just sort of having to trust my own hand at drawing these, if I'm honest with you. And let's do a big one. It's not that big, but you know, it's bigger than the other ones, kind of. I'm literally looking from it from the side now as I'm drawing them so I can see what they look like. I need some more dots over this side. Add many. think I'm done. I say that and then I just add more. Oh, down here, I forgot about this corner down the bottom. You probably won't be able to see because I believe I did not set the camera. Do you see this corner? I will show you in a minute. Oh, I like it. Please tell me it shows up. There. Like, oh, there is no way I'm getting a photo of how nice that looks for Instagram. There is no way. And then down that bottom corner. Yep, just some swirlies. But yeah, that is really pretty. And it's kind of sad that it doesn't show up. Let's change the light now that I'm finished. Yeah, still. Like, if you see the light, then you also get the glare on the pencil. Yeah, that isn't photographing well. You will see it probably on Instagram, but yes. I might have to do a little, like, 10-second video just going like this. So I'm going to leave it there for this little colour and chat. I did want to just finish this page off. Yeah. I actually really like how it's turned out. That's a WIP done. Like, I did not want to leave that, else it would have been sat there for ages. So I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you are having fun colouring. And yeah, until next time, thank you for joining me on my colouring quest. Bye.